Okay, Michelle, thank you. Let me share a document with you. Here we
Okay.
go. Okay, can you see that, Michelle?
Yes.
All right. So this is an opportunity with MTI, Mirror Trading International is the company.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you straight into the opportunity overview. We've got an investment overview and an opportunity overview, but all the investment stuff is in this opportunity overview. So I just usually use this one just as example. Okay, so just a quick disclaimer. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can share with you my experiences, but you must please do your own due diligence and make sure that you are comfortable and so forth. And I can show you results and so forth, but nothing, I can't guarantee any results for you. I can show you what's the
Okay.
historic results, but you must obviously make up your own decision and do your own due diligence in this. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Mirror Trading International. Mirror Trading International is a registered company in South Africa. They started in
Yeah.
April 2019. The CEO
Yeah.
is Johan Steinberg, and what MTI offers is they offer trading services. Okay.
Okay.
MTI is also not a financial advisory. They've got a platform and they trade forex trading for you. Okay.
Okay.
The head office is in Stellenbosch. Legal advisors is Ulrich Roux and Associates, which is quite a big
Okay.
lawyers firm here on Beyers-Naudé Avenue in Joburg.
Okay.
Okay, values and services. MTI offers the opportunity to grow your Bitcoin portfolio. So what do we do is in MTI, we use Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. So we do not deal in fiat currency, which is normal rands and dollars and pounds and so forth.
Yeah.
They deal in Bitcoin. Okay.
Okay.
So what they do is they take your Bitcoin and their mission is to grow it, to actually take one Bitcoin and make it 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and so forth, and to grow it. Okay. So
Okay.
it's not about what is the price of Bitcoin, what can you buy
Yeah.
Bitcoin for, what can you buy or sell Bitcoin for. So that you can still do whenever and however you want to. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what MTI prides themselves in is they're very consistent and their transparency. Okay. And
Okay.
I'll show you some of the consistency and the transparency that they've got. Okay, why Bitcoin? Bitcoin's price fluctuates, so does the value of your Bitcoin amount in MTI. So basically what we're saying, as Bitcoin's value goes up and down, your value that we depict in MTI changes as well, because we always MTI will relate it back to a dollar value or rand value, so that you can have a bit of sense to it, because
Yes.
one Bitcoin is 169,000 rand worth,
Yes.
and so we always talk about $100 or $200 worth of Bitcoin to do certain things in MTI, and we'll get to.
Okay.
Okay, trades are conducted daily on your behalf. Okay, you've received full disclosure of all trades conducted daily. So every day, today they will send you all the trades that was done yesterday. One day later, they
Okay.
send you every single trade that was done. Negatives and positives, you can actually see every single one with a statement of what your opening balance was, what all the trades added up to, and what is your new balance, positive or negative. By the way, MTI has not had a negative trading day since they've started trading with their bot. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Which is great. We all holding our thumbs that we won't have a negative day, but we also say realistically we can have a negative day somewhere in the future. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, MTI offers the opportunity to increase your Bitcoin daily. The future of Bitcoin is obviously very bright, and I say it's a very stable currency, because if you look at rand, if you take your rand that you had 5 years ago, take 100 rand, you can buy a lot less for the 100 rand today than what you could have bought 5 years ago. Okay?
Of course. Yes.
Bitcoin is actually the opposite. If you take one Bitcoin 5 years ago and what it's worth today, it's worth a lot more. Bitcoin
Well, I must say, like I did lunar trading.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it, but
Yeah.
I put 100 Rand in there,
Yeah.
and it was moving up and down, and I was watching it. And then I got busy, so I left it, and my phone broke, so I didn't have the app, and to find my password and all of that, so I left it.
Yeah.
And I know at that time when I was doing it, Bitcoin was about 130,000 Rands
Yes.
worth.
Yeah. And it's now 160.
If it's sitting at 170 now, that's a big growth.
Well, it's on 169 today as we stand now. It's been up and down, but it's been for the last 3 months hovering at about between 170 and 159 around there. So if you listen to a lot of people and you look at YouTube, a lot of these guys, everybody's saying that we're expecting Bitcoin to go up very soon. Now, if very soon is in a month, in a week, in 2 months, I don't know, but the expectation is that Bitcoin is going to grow. I mean, if you listen to Richard De Souza, the owner of Altcoin Trader, which is also a trading platform, same as Luno, his prediction is, and that's his personal prediction, is that in 18 months, Bitcoin will be R1 million for one Bitcoin.
Wow. Okay.
But I mean, obviously, whether it's 100,000 or R1 million, this platform, I'll show you just now some of the results. It actually doesn't matter to me. Because I'm growing my Bitcoin, so in the end of the day, I will have better value of my money whenever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've Mirror Trading got trading software that's exclusive to MTI members. This is a bot, as I say, it has not traded a negative day since September that they've started the spot. Okay, all trading is in the Forex market from a Monday to Friday. Okay, the account's base currency is Bitcoin, as I said. Daily profits are automatically added to your trading pool, so which means your balance is compounded on a daily basis. So if you had R1 today, they make 10. Let's just say they make 1%. Let's start with 100 Rand. They make 1% profit. Then tomorrow you will start with 101 Rand. So automatically they add that to your balance. Okay.
Fantastic.
Obviously, trading results vary from day to day. MTI has a proven track record. The nice thing is there's no joining fees, there's no admin fees, there's no subscriptions, there's no withdrawal fees. Okay,
that's great.
There's no lock-in period. Okay.
Yeah. Profit
in MTI is generated through trades only. Okay.
Okay.
So obviously daily trade results vary and there's no fixed return guarantee. So nobody can say to you, well, you will definitely get 0.5% a day. I mean, yes, we are averaging 0.4, 0.45% a day, but nobody can guarantee that to you. I mean, the markets do change. Okay.
Yes.
Right. How do they pay you? This is the pie, how they pay you, how they they share up the profit. So if they make 1% profit, 40% of that 1% will go to you on a daily basis for your investment amount. So whatever you put in here, they'll give you 40% of the profit they make on a daily basis and they'll compound that.
Okay.
10% of that profit will go to MTI as a company, and that's for overheads and to pay some of the referral bonuses and things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
25% goes to the trading bot, to the traders. So it's FX trading at this stage is doing their trading. And that goes to, so it is a healthy amount, but it also encourages them to make sure that they do positive trades because otherwise they don't get paid.
Yeah.
Then there's a 5% leadership bonus and a 20% binary commission. And I'll explain that a bit later. Let's just remember them. Okay. That's the total, how the profit is shared. So what makes MTI different? Like I said, no registration fees, no subscriptions, no admin fees. There's no packages. There's no expiry of Bitcoin capital. Fully transparent. They've got a good track record. You don't need any trading knowledge, okay, to trade because they do the trades for you. So it's a true passive income. Your full Bitcoin capital goes into trade. It gets compounded daily, and withdrawals are quick and easy. There's no withdrawal fees, and there's no waiting period. So you don't have to tell them, listen, I want my money, and 20 days later you get your money. A maximum of 48 hours since you've asked for a withdrawal, you will have your withdrawal Bitcoin in your wallet wherever you want it, whether that's Luno or altcoin or wherever you want to put it. There's no cancellation fees. Okay. This I'm not going to spend time on. This is just the Bitcoin price itself. I'm not really going to spend too much time on it, but you can see
aware of that.
2014, that's where the Bitcoin price was. It had a bit of a spike here in 2017, and it's around about the $10,000 now, which is about 170,000 Rand at the moment. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
And the prediction is that it is going to go up. I don't know when. Then in the same sentence, here's the lows of those years, which it's also, you can see it's a constant actual rise in the price of Bitcoin. Okay.
Okay.
Then, right. So this is the average Bitcoin growth since April 2019. Bitcoin itself has grown since April 2019 with 54%. And since March 2020 with 29%. So there is a growth in Bitcoin. The price is growing. Right, MTI's current trading track record, the last 8 months of trading, from September 2019 until April 2020, that 40% on your investment grew by 141%. So which means if you had 1 Rand, okay, you will now have 2.41 Rand.
Yeah.
Long and short, okay? So if you had 100 Rand, you would have 241 Rand. Okay, so which is in 8 months, I think that's quite great. You know, it's 1.5.
Yeah, that's a good return.
The average daily profit that gets paid on that 40% is about 0.53%, and this is compounded. So it's about 0.4%, 0.45% more or less, but compounded, obviously it's more because the compounding effect.
You're earning interest on your interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, the daily trading results vary, no fixed return is guaranteed, and past performance is obviously not indicative to future results. All right. But this is a track record, and I'll show you just now as well what has happened in the months. As I say, they have not had a negative day. We've had a very low day, but we haven't had negative days so far. Okay. MTI's track record, this is on a weekly basis, so 2.5%, 2%, just under 2.5%, and so it goes for every week from February here, just to show you it's average of 2 to 2.5% a week of growth in that 40%, okay, which equates back to the 0.5 more or less. Okay. Okay, with a solid service for people to create passive income, a referral program was naturally the next choice in the MTI market. So the referral program, this I really do think is life-changing, and I will show you some of my own figures a bit later, and you can look at that as well. So let's just show you all the revenue streams. So firstly, we've just spoken about the trading part, which is your investment part. That's daily. There's no requirements. You put your money in, you earn your 40% of the profit share every single day. Okay. Which is about 0.5% or 0.45% per day that you're earning. Then there's a second part where you actually get money that is from referral fees. So what will happen is you will say, I want to introduce my husband, my boyfriend, my whoever. I'm sorry, I'm joking, Michelle. Whoever you want to. If you see somebody, you speak to somebody, and you want to refer them to the program, because you can only get into MTI by referral. You can't just go and look up their website and just join yourself. You have to be referred by somebody, by the way. Okay, so anything that person puts in will be paid once off 10% referral bonus. What's very important here is they do not take your money to pay this 10%. So if you put 100 Rand in there, they do not touch 1 cent of that 100 Rand to pay somebody the 10%. As I showed you in this top, and I'm going to go back to it because this is for me the most important question I asked. The profit, they take, that 10% comes out of this MTI share, okay, of the profit. So they don't touch your capital, which is very, very important for me.
Brilliant.
Okay. Then obviously, that's the second income stream, and that makes it.
So when you refer someone, that 10%, does that just get added to what you've put in, basically?
Yeah. So what will happen is if Mike refers you, just as an example, and you put 100 Rand into this, he will get 10 Rand, but he will only get it 7 days later, which will mean that your 100 Rand goes in. You have to keep it in trade for 7 days because they have to make profit on it for 7 days to be able to pay Mike the 10 Rand.
Correct.
Okay. So then they pay him that. If you put another 100 Rand in, they will pay him another 10 Rand. Every time you put money in, they will pay him the 10%. Okay. But there's a catch. They've got a high watermark because they also got clever, because what people will do is they put 100 Rand in this week, the referral bonus will be paid, and then they'll take the 100 Rand in, and then out, and then they want to put the 100 Rand back. Then they say, no, you had 100 Rand in, you withdrew it. Before you don't reach that 100 Rand, after that, we will only pay referral. So people can't withdraw and put in, and earn referral the whole time on that. Okay, but that's, so there is a bit of a few small things like that.
Okay, perfect.
There is a minimum of $100 that you must have in your account to earn referral bonus. This is actually not correct. It's not a minimum of $100. You do earn referral bonus on any amount that you've got in, okay? The only thing that happens is they split it. If you've got less than $100 in, they force you to put some of that referral bonus into your trading pool, and some of it goes into your income wallet. Because what happens when they pay you a referral bonus, they put it into an income wallet, because they say, maybe you don't want to add it to your investment. Maybe you want to actually draw it out.
Yeah.
So they give you the choice of what to do. But if you've got less than 100 Rand, they force you to put 50% of that into your trading pool to try and get you to $100 at least. Okay.
Okay, great. No, that's fine.
All right. So binary commission, that's the next revenue stream. So this gets a bit more complicated, but this is where really good money is. So when and I'm going to explain it in my way, and then we can read this, is how it actually works is you have to refer two people. You have to introduce two people to this directly. Each one of those people must have a minimum of $100 in their account, worth of Bitcoin. And you must have a minimum of $200 worth of Bitcoin in your account. Then you are binary qualified, Then you will earn binary commission, 20% of that daily profit you will earn on the weakest leg of the two. So the two people you've introduced, one person on your left, one person on your right, whichever has got the least Bitcoin in their leg, you'll earn on that leg.
Okay, then I can understand.
Okay, but I'm going to go a bit further. Let's do this. So if I'm Sam, and I've introduced all these people on the left, Luvo, Peter, Bill, Mana, John, and Karen. You can see this all on my left side.
Yeah.
And I've introduced you, Sherry, Jack, and all these people on the right side. Okay.
Yeah.
There's 10 Bitcoin on the right side and 2 Bitcoin on the left. I will earn on 2 Bitcoin because this is everybody together. Everybody underneath me together makes up 2 Bitcoin. I'll earn 20% of the daily profit on 2 Bitcoin.
Okay.
The other thing is, how deep do you earn? If you've got $200 in your account, you earn 10 levels deep. $1,000, 20 levels deep. $5,000 and above, 30 levels deep, and $10,000 and above, infinity levels deep. Okay.
Okay.
So that becomes a big number, to tell you the honest truth. Okay.
Yeah.
While we're here, this spillover that's marked here, just a quick explanation. I'm not going to go into detail with it, but I've introduced you. I'm Sam. I've introduced you. Before you can introduce somebody on your right, I introduce Jack. What will happen? The system says, but there's already somebody on my right that will place Jack on the next available position on the right. So this person falls underneath you, but it's not your referral. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to refer somebody, which is Tabu and Sherry. So this is your first referral, Tabu. As soon as you've referred Tabu, you will earn binary commission on everybody underneath you, Jack and William included. Although they are not yours, you will still earn binary, but you will not earn referral commission on them. Okay, which is very important.
Okay.
All right, so which is nice. So if somebody above you builds people and those people start falling underneath you and you're binary, then you automatically start getting more profit because you're earning on all the Bitcoin that's in those people's accounts, if that's the weakest leg. All right.
Okay.
Let's go back here. Then there's leadership bonus, and I'm going to go down to the slides to explain that. But just to read that just now, 20% of the profit, divided proportionally weekly. The requirement is $200 in your own account. You have to personally refer 2 people. That's got a minimum of $100 each. one left leg and one right leg. They must each have a minimum of $100. Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't help that you introduce two people on your left. If I refer Luvo and Peter and I've got nobody on my right, I'm not binary. I have to refer one on the left and one on the right. Very important to become binary.
How do you specify that?
There is links that you can decide where you put people. Okay. You can
so
actually decide where you put somebody down. And when you get more involved in the business, then it becomes very important, because if I was Sam here, now I'm already binary. I will not refer anybody to my right, because I'll always refer people here to my left, because that's the weakest leg and I get paid on the weakest leg. So I will put more people on the left. So I will use the left referral always now, if this was my picture, to put it nicely. Okay. But that we help you with. Michelle, understand one thing in this business. I do this presentation, you're not going underneath me. You'll go underneath Mike if you feel that you want to partake in this. But I'm always here to help. And everybody in the upline, we are always here to help. Because you know what? Anybody that's underneath Mike and underneath there helps towards my binary. It actually doesn't help towards my binary, because my left side where Mike is very strong. So it doesn't help me at all. But I've got no problem to help other people, because in the end of the day, in the long term, it will help somewhere. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So we will always help you. This is the actual calculation for a binary. So basically it says the weaker legs volume divided by the total weaker leg volume of binary qualified members. So everybody that's underneath you that's binary, they take the total of that, because your whole pyramid, they'll look at it and say, but there's 3 people that's binary, and they'll divide the total amount of people, and then that multiplied by 20%, and that gives you your actual bonus. Okay. So it looks like complicated, but you start to understand it later in the thing. But that's the
when you're actually doing it, then it makes more sense. Yeah.
Look, it takes you a few weeks before you start understanding that, because the first 2 or 3 weeks you look at this and you say, I don't understand it. But
it looks complicated, I must say.
It does, but I mean, it starts to make sense, because remember, there's X amount of money. So what they're saying, if there's 20 Rand for binary, then they divide it by the amount of people that's binary. So they say your volume divided by the amount of people that's binary times the 20%. That's actually all it is. All right.
Okay.
So it's your share of the pie, to put it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So leadership bonus. Let's go to the last one. Leadership bonus. There's a P1 and a P2 leadership, like I showed you, and they're 2.5% each, which makes up the 5% leadership bonus. Okay. I'm not going to use the slide. I'm going to use the next slide. So if you are here, you've got a personal referee person here and a personal referral here. That is spillover from somebody from the top. So just ignore that for now. So as soon as you've got $200, this guy's got $200, and this guy's got $200. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's say this personal referral too gets 2 people underneath them. With everyone on $200, you get a P1 share. You then share in this binary structure. You share only only 2.5% of the profit of that you will share per week. Okay. You will only get that for 8 weeks. Okay. Those shares. So after 8 weeks, it expires.
Yeah.
But that is a good $20 a week, to tell you the honest truth. So yeah.
Okay. But that never leaves your account even after expiry.
No. But you receive it for 8 weeks, and thereafter you don't receive the bonus. But that bonus, once it's paid to you, it's yours. You can withdraw it, you can put it in your account, you can do with it what you want. Okay, then there is a P2 bonus. That's if it goes one more step down. So those people that they referred, if they get people down here, then it's a P2 bonus. The great difference here, this bonus that you get is forever. This doesn't expire after 8 weeks. So the P1, this part will expire after 8 weeks. This part does not expire, as long as these people stay with minimum of $200 in their accounts. If they drop below 200, then you'll have to get there again, obviously. Okay. So take note. Your Bitcoin is only used to be traded. Your Bitcoin is not used to pay any other person in the system. So they do not take your money to pay anybody else. This is not a Rob Peter to pay Paul system. That is a pyramid scheme. This is not a pyramid scheme, because they do not use your money to pay anybody else. They use the profits. All payouts are only from profits. They will not use your capital. That is That's one of the biggest points for me when I started this. Okay.
Absolutely.
So long and short is they don't need new members for this to continue. If tomorrow there's no more new members, there's still profits generated with the money that's there. So those bonuses,
They're still trading.
They're still trading. Those bonuses will keep on paying because they're trading and I mean, they're generating those profits every single day. Okay. Bitcoin is generated through trading and not recruiting. I know we're harping on that, but it's a big bone of contention. Okay, your daily trading profits is automatically compounded every day. So they put it into your trading pool every day. And you can withdraw in whenever you please without any limitation. You can withdraw full or half or whatever you want to, anytime. There's no limitations. There are no earning limit on trades, but there is an earning limit on bonuses. Okay. Bonuses, the earning limit is $75,000 a week. Okay.
Okay.
Which is 1.2 million Rand a week. You can't earn more in bonus than 1.2 million Rand a week, right?
Sure.
And between me and you, there is somebody that's basically starting to earn that now. Right,
wow.
that's hit that limit. So they, you know, some of the guys that's been in here from the start. Okay, a recap: daily trading profit automatically added to your trading pool every day. 10% referral fee a week in arrears, so 7 days later. Your leadership bonus gets paid weekly. Every Saturday, they pay this leadership bonus if you qualify for it. You get binary income paid every single week, but also with a 7-day hold. So what will happen is they will work out your binary bonus for this week, and they'll say to you, there's a binary bonus of 0.1 Bitcoin, and they'll say to you, and I can actually open my account and I'll show you that it will say, it's available in 6 days or 5 days or whatever the thing is after that. It's also got a 7-day wait on it. Okay. And we've discussed all these. I'm not going to go through them again. So yeah, how do you get started? You have to be referred. You have to get a link from somebody. You create the MTI profile. You buy your Bitcoins, okay, through an exchange, through either a Luno or an altcoin trader. I must tell you, I hate Luno because I've got a Luno account. I've always used Luno. But the problem with Luno is they've changed a whole lot of their rules, and they've really made it difficult for people to actually trade. And I don't know why. There's something not, and there's a lot of people that's complaining about it.
And regulations now. I often get emails from them saying I must update this and update that.
So I've got a Luno account, but I've opened the altcoin trade account as well, and I've had no problems with altcoin. And the nice thing is I know the owner of altcoin. So yeah, maybe I'm a bit biased towards him, but he plays tennis with my son, and we braai on Tuesday nights. Before COVID, we used to braai at the tennis club and so on. But there's just no problems with altcoin. You open your account. If you open an altcoin trader account right now, you can immediately trade. You don't have to wait to verify. You don't have to wait for anything. You can actually start immediately. And where Luno takes you 2 to 3 weeks before you can get anything done.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just go quickly. So it's actually a very simple system. Nobody says that you must go out and just recruit people. It's great if you can recruit a whole lot of people. And if you do look at this as a business, there is people that's very successful in this as a business. But if you get 2 people that you can within time get underneath you, and you can become binary, and if everybody just gets their 2 people underneath them and duplicate that system, then it's actually so quick to grow this, because
just one quick question.
Yes.
Okay, just go back to the previous slide.
Yeah. This
so
one.
I have to buy Bitcoin on a platform before I can make use of MTI.
Yeah, MTI does not accept any fiat currency. They don't take rands or cents. They only take Bitcoin. So that, and because otherwise they have to actually register with the financial board in South Africa, because obviously there's banking regulations and so forth, and they not going to get involved in that space, and that's why they are actually using Bitcoin, because it's just 10 times easier, to tell you the honest truth. Do you want me to just show you quickly? I'm going to just show you 1 or 2 things quickly, if you don't mind. Let me just go here. I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to share something else for you. All right. So if you look at this Excel spreadsheet, just as a quick one, I've just quickly done Every trading day, I've actually gone, if you look here on my left, let me see. If you look here on the left, I've actually taken every trading day, Tuesday until Saturday, because I get the results a day later. So yes, they trade Monday to Friday, but I use Tuesday to Saturday, and I exclude Monday and Sunday, as you can see here. So I've taken every day for the whole year, all right? And I've done 5 years next to each other here. So I've just said, if you go and you say you get 0.35% per day, right, and you put 1 Bitcoin in on day 1. After 5 years, I just want to take you down. After 5 years, it would have multiplied 358 times.
Shit.
That's with 0.35. If you go 0.40, let's just see here. Here's 0.40 and there's 0.45. Now, MTI is more or less here in the 0.45 region, but let's say 0.40. Let's just look at what happens. 0.440. No, there's something wrong. Sorry, this is even less here. Sorry, that 385 was 0.445. Sorry, it's my mistake. Sorry, 0.40 is 186. Sorry, I changed something for somebody. That's why this one's wrong.
No problem.
But yeah,
I can get the gist of it.
But you can get the gist of it. This is 0.40% and this is 0.45. This is massive. I mean, if you can multiply your by 186 times, that is massive. Now, I just want to show you something on my side, okay? This is my actual account. I was actually, on the 1st of May, I had 6,000 Rand worth of Bitcoin that was trading at 170,000 Rand at that stage Bitcoin price, okay? I just took an average of 0.45, and what I've done is I've put my actual balance in here. So there is bonuses. As my bonuses get paid, sometimes I compound it and sometimes I draw it out. I draw out every 3rd or every 4th time I get paid a bonus, I draw it out, and the rest I put into compound. So you can see a few jumps here, and this is where I'm standing Tuesday, 7th of July. You can see I started, look how quickly it's grown. Okay, just quick indication, okay? But now just look at what's going to happen to me in the 5 years. I'm going to have, 38 Bitcoin if I continue the way I do, okay? Which is, if we're at the same price, 6.5 million Rand, if we go to a quarter of the value, let's say Bitcoin falls through the floor, it goes to a quarter of value, then that 5,000 Rand becomes 1.6 million Rand. Where can you get a return like that in 5 years?
No, you can't.
Even at a quarter of value. And do we really believe Bitcoin is going to become a quarter of the value?
No.
I don't believe so. I think this thing is actually going to become 200 and 300 and 400,000, but let's be just realistic, or just say, oh, well, it just stays the same. That's 6.5 million Rand. That's big money. Okay.
That is good.
What I'm going to also just take you quickly into, and I think it's necessary to show you, I'm going to quickly take you into my actual account. I think it's maybe a good one. Yeah. Share this one. Let's see if I can now get to it. MTI. Right, member login. I just want to log in quickly. I just want to show you. This is the actual login page. Because I'm not scared to show people what I've got in here. It's really for me not an issue. We all human beings, and I only started with 3,500 Rand. Believe me, I did not start with hundreds of thousands of rands. Okay, this is since the beginning of lockdown. I've got 150 people already underneath me. Okay, there's 102 people on my left side, and there is 48 people on my right side. You can see I've got 9.5 Bitcoin on my left and 5.3 Bitcoin on my right. And it says here I'm qualified for 20 levels, which is 5.3 Bitcoin. I've only directly referred 5 people underneath me, right? You can see my actual trading bonuses. Trading bonuses is 0.19 Bitcoin so far. Binary bonus 0.64. Look how big that is already. And my all-time bonus is basically 0.12. It's almost equivalent to my trading pool. This is my pool. This is what I've got in there. $1,200 worth of Bitcoin at the price $9,200 per Bitcoin. And I started with...
That's just on your 3,500 Rand investment.
Yeah, I started with $200 basically. I started just under $200, and that's where I am since the beginning of lockdown. That's basically where I started. Okay.
That's when you started, the beginning of lockdown.
Beginning of lockdown. All right. So that is the long and short. Now I want to show you here. What I said to you, here's your trading bonus report. They give it to you every single day. So you can say, yeah, yesterday, there's every day's result. Yesterday's result, 0.29%. The day before was not a good day, 0.09, 0.26, 0.48, 0.71, 0.12, 0.16, 0.2. You can see them there. And yeah, you can actually see the full report. Shows you every single trade. So you can see there's negative trades and there's positive trades. You can see that there's the New Zealand dollar, there's the pairs that they're actually trading in Forex trading. So if you go down, you see how many trades. This is in one day, the amount of trades that they've done in one day. Okay, there's all the closed trades. They show you that's the profit that there was. This is the trades that still open at 12 o'clock at night. And they do a whole balance sheet. And they say, there was my opening ledger. This is what it is. That is the net profit I made. That's your 40% share. And there's your closing balance in Bitcoin. So they give you this every single day. It's very transparent and open. They don't hide anything from anybody. And that's
what happens to your money should Bitcoin or should the trading go into a negative day? Okay,
so very good question. What happens is, I'm just going to stop sharing because I can't.
You lose all your money?
No. So what happens is MTI has got a stop loss of 8%. Okay. At any time. So what happens is in the middle of the day, we start trading at 12 o'clock at night. And so let's start at the beginning. You put your Bitcoin in. Your Bitcoin goes into your own wallet. They consolidate all those wallets, everybody in MTI, and they put all that money into cold storage, like they call it. Okay. The traders get a snapshot of exactly what there is at 12 o'clock at night for trading, and they use that as a surety, okay, to trade. They don't actually take the Bitcoin to trade with. Okay. So they trade on good faith with that surety of that wallet because it's in cold storage. You can't touch it. Okay. Nobody can take it until it's released the next day. Okay. What will happen if if they trade during the day, they'll make all these trades, positives and negatives. If they have a big negative, the whole system or the whole bot will stop trading if they hit minus 8%. Okay. There's human intervention. They'll restart it. They'll tweak it and see what's the problem. They'll restart and they'll most probably recover for the day. Because it's not a total of 8% for the day. It's 8% on any single trade, okay, that gets made. And remember, it's small trades that gets made. Okay, so if there is then in total for the day a negative trade, the traders will come back and they'll say, we made 1% loss, so you owe us 1% of the balance, and they will take that 1% from you. They won't take the total amount. Okay.
So you can never lose all your money through this.
You can never lose all your money. Okay. So yeah.
What happens if they get hacked?
Well, there is very good security. I can't guarantee that they don't get hacked, but I mean, they've been going for a year and they haven't had any issues with things like that. Like I said to everybody, Michelle, there is a risk. I won't put, I'm not putting my life savings in here, but I definitely am very comfortable. I've seen it work. I've seen my own money, how it grows. I mean, you can see my account. You can see all the trades there. And I'm very comfortable. But, you know, there is always a risk. I mean, I can't say to you that something can't happen. Something can happen. Okay. But it's a very reputable company. There's at least a company registered with a CEO that's registered with Cipro. I've drawn the actual Cipro documents to see that he is registered as the director and everything in the company. So there is a legal entity that you can take on if there's something wrong. The other thing is, this whole company is trading with 10,000 Bitcoin. Now let's quickly do the calculation. 10,000 Bitcoin is 1.6 billion Rand. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure. Yeah, it's basically 1.6 billion Rand that they're trading with every day. There is basically 90,000 people involved in this. And if you go on YouTube and you go and look at these actual videos with Johan Steinberg, the CEO, There's videos with Satoshi in America, with people in South Africa. There's a lot of videos. So everybody knows who Johan is. He's not a face that can hide. Even he's actually involved in the business. So I don't think it's going to be very easy for him to run away. Somebody's going to find him. It's now a funny thing to say, but I think it's grown too big for it now to just fall, and one day you're going to open and there's going to be nothing. Hey, something can happen. Please, I can't say it. I can't. But
there's always a risk to everything.
There's always a risk, but I can tell you, it's become big, and it's become very well. It's very transparent. It's always been transparent, and the way they work. I mean, if you actually go onto some of these Zoom calls, they've got a Zoom call every night that does the same as what I've done now, but in a bit more detail, a little bit more professional and so forth, where you can invite people to, and you can say to them, you know, if you're interested, I'll go on the call with you, and there's 60, 70 people in the call, and they can listen to the whole thing. So there's a lot of help from MTI and so forth as well for you to grow and do this.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Leon, do me a favor, just regarding security and hacking and what have you, just covered 2FA authentication.
So Michelle, on the Bitcoin, let me just go back here. Is this one right? So but I must now just sorry. I just want to see if it's here, not that one. Yeah. Okay. So if you go here into my account, you'll see that you've got 2FA authentication, the security authentication. So what happens is anything that I want to do in my account, I've got a normal, you saw when I logged in, I had a password, and then there was a block 2FA code. Okay. So what happens, I've got my cell phone, and there's it links to this, and there's a code, that we call it Google Authenticator, that changes every 30 seconds, a new code. So if somebody hasn't got my phone, they can't get into my account without that code.
Okay.
And you'll see, I mean, my phone has got a whole lot of codes. I think I've got about 10 codes, because I've got my Luno account, my altcoin account, my MTI account. I've got a Exodus wallet, which is a private wallet. So I've got all of those 2FAs on my phone. And so it secures you. You can even put 2FA on your Google email, on your Gmail, that people can't open your email even if they've got your password, if they don't have that code from your phone. And that, as I say, it changes every 30 seconds.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so they've got that in place as well. But Altcoin has got it, and Luno has got it as well. You can enable it on your Luno account as well, eh?
Yes, I use also two-factor on my Office 365 even, so.
Exactly, so they've got 2FA, so you know how 2FA works. So yeah, sorry, excuse me. Just want to show you that leadership bonus. You'll see here, I've got 3 shares on that P1 leadership bonus. That is just for the 1 day already. I've basically earned some leadership bonus, and then I've got the P2 leadership bonus I'm also earning on there, and that pool will increase through the week, and then on Saturday they'll pay it out. Just for you to show you the binary bonus, there's all my binary bonuses that they've paid out every single week. They pay that out. And then I want to show you what happens to binary bonus. This screen happens is Mirror Trading paid me on Saturday. They paid me a binary bonus, and you can see it will be available in 3 days, because there's a 7-day hold on it. Any bonus, there's a 7-day hold on, except for leadership bonus. P1 and P2 gets paid immediately after the binary run. It goes into your income wallet. So this, you'll see if you look at my dashboard here. I want to just show you here. I've got here a trading pool, and I've got an income wallet. So all bonuses goes into your income wallet. Then you can decide, do I want to draw it or not? Or do I want to transfer it into trading? If I draw this, it doesn't make any difference to my high watermark. If I put it into my trading account and then want to take it out, then this high watermark will stay at the highest, and then this will be lower. Then I must first reach that before somebody will get referral bonus. So yeah, that's that. And you can see on the right is the trading pool. The total trading pool in MTI funds is 10,200 at the moment. Okay. That's my story, Michelle.
Looks very interesting. So in order to join this, I need to first go and buy some Bitcoin.
Yeah, you must buy some Bitcoin. if you need any help, but I'm sure you know how to do that. But if you need any help, I'm available anytime. Obviously, yes, I work in the day and so on, but I'm available and I'll help you, no problem. I'll help you set up your MTI if you want to. Mike can also do it, but I mean, if you're comfortable, I'll help. I've got no problem. I'll help you to transfer in. It's very simple. Once you've got that, the only thing with Luno, make sure that your sending is activated on Luno, because it takes 24 hours to 48 hours to activate that. Make sure that the authorization is activated, that they actually do send you a WhatsApp or a SMS to authorize or an email to authorize, because that happened to my dad, to tell you the honest truth. It took him about 4.5 weeks to get his Luno sorted out, because it took him 2 weeks to get his verification sorted out. Once he got that sorted out, then he tried to send. Then they sorted that out after 2 days. And then when he sent, they never sent him an email to actually authorize it. And it took them another week to sort that out. So he's eventually in, but it was a very painful process.
I'm sure.
To be honest, Michelle, if you are looking at it, I know it's perhaps convenient that you've got your Luno account. But honestly,
I haven't used it for so long.
But
I honestly think don't chance it. Do the altcoin thing. It's not a huge deal to open up an altcoin account. And like Leon said, if you're needing help with it, with pleasure, but you seem quite well versed in it.
I think I'm going to need some help getting onto the altcoin, Bitcoin thing. So you just need to send me what I need to register with and take me through that process, and then I can do that.
Okay, brilliant. Great stuff, Michelle. Do you have any other questions, Michelle?
Right now, not so much.
Okay.
Perhaps while I'm just talking to you, I'm really glad to see you cottoned onto that compounded interest. It's one of the really important areas, but you grasped that straight away, which was really cool. The other thing is, Michelle, what attracted to me is, you know, none of this sitting in front of computers and graphs and following stock markets. It's all done for us by the bot, which is, you know, to me was the main draw card. Yes. You know, I don't have to go to all of this hassle and learn about the blockchain and how to mine, and it's all of that is done. All we do is we put our money in, and they pay us at the end of each day, and all I do is go on and see how much I've made. Is there any bonuses to transfer over to the trading pool or that I want to draw? So nice, simple, and easy.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Michelle, just a quick one. You see the screen? Obviously, you go here to altcointrader.co.za. Okay. Yeah. You'll get up to the screen. You go to register. You'll register a new account. It'll ask you all your details. You'll register the account. My account's obviously registered. Crosswalks. Let me just 1, 2, 4. Sorry, I just want to go. Oh, yes, these things drives me nuts. But yeah.
Yes, that's how you. Me too.
Yeah. But in any case, now I've got 2FA as well. Now you'll see my 2FA will come up, but it's all good security. You've
got to have every security you can get when it comes to money.
So you'll see, I've got 0 Bitcoin in here and 0 money, because obviously my Bitcoin I put in MTI, and when my money I'll take it out and put it in my bank. But what will happen once you've registered? You'll have a screen like this. You go into your user menu, go into your profile. And what will happen is you'll update your personal details, which is very quick. You'll put all your details in here, your phone number, make sure those things are right. If you've got any issues with it, please contact me. As I say, I know Richard personally. I'll send him a WhatsApp if there's really an issue, and he'll get your query sped up with support if it needs be. Security, obviously 2FA, here it is. Yeah. You can change your password. You can do all of that. They've got all of that underneath the profile here. You can put your banking details for your personal bank in here when you withdraw, and you set up your communication, how you want to be communicated, and so forth. What's very easy here, when you go to deposit, I say I want to deposit money in here from rands from banks, and then it gives me, here's the details, the banking details, and I've got a unique reference, which is the most important part, that I use, and then my money will be, obviously, if you're at
How long does it take for it to show up there?
From ABSA, it takes a day. Obviously, like normal bank from bank to bank. If you were Standard Bank, it's basically the same day. It's there. So like you would transfer to anybody else in a banking account. I don't know how long with what bank you are, but how long are you with FNB?
Yeah.
FNB takes a day basically to Standard or Netbank. You choose to which one you want to go. Then your money will show you at the top as ZAR. All that will happen is in your account, you'll go down here and you'll say, I want to buy Bitcoin, BTC, and you say for what amount? You say for 10 Rand, just for instance, and they'll tell you that's the price. No, sorry, I'm putting in Bitcoin. Say, let's say I want to put 10 Rands within, say you can buy so much Bitcoin. There your fee is, and you say buy, and it will do the trade for you. Okay?
Okay, good.
And then the Bitcoin will be at the top, and once it's in the top here, believe me, I will help you how to withdraw it out of here and to take the cryptocurrency to whatever. And you can see here in my history, let me show you my withdrawals. There I've withdrawn Bitcoin. That was done. There's a Bitcoin was done. This is actual money that I actually put back in here, and I withdrew my money back into my bank account, and there I withdrew money back into my bank account. So my 3,000 Rand, I've got 4,600 Rand back already of my investment that I've withdrawn already from MTI.
More than you invested.
That's what I've already drawn from MTI, because I made a call about a month and a half ago, and I said every fourth bonus, so every fourth week, I will take my bonus and I will withdraw it. That's just a call I've made, but everybody must make their own calls. And then I'm paying a little bit in Cardano, which is also a cryptocurrency, which I've also withdrawn into my personal wallet. So yeah, but yeah, so that's where I am. In any case.
Okay, so basically Altcoin Trader is the middle party between your bank account and MTI.
Yeah, Altcoin Trader is a exchange. We call it an exchange. You exchange money for Bitcoin or Bitcoin for money. That's the long and short. And then basically you send it from Altcoin Trader, either the Bitcoin you'll send to MTI or you'll send the money from there back to your bank account. That's the long and short.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Great stuff. So Michelle, you can speak to Mark. He can send you the links that he needs to or so, but please, any help, like I say, anytime, you can get my number from Mark. You will keep on being signed underneath him. I don't want to steal you as a customer or anything. So yeah, but I'm prepared.
Yeah, I'm not faced by stuff like that, and I'm really grateful for all the help. And quite honestly, you know, your expertise in helping. I mean, I needed help